Hey, this is Jeremy Riden, host of Raising Rainbow, the channel that's 100% committed to encouraging, enlightening, and empowering the LGBTQ community. And this is a very special Happy Mother's Day. This is Mother's Day, and you may be watching it on a different day than Mother's Day, but this is always a great time to give thanks and appreciation to not only the women that brought us into this world, our biological mothers, but also all the nurturing people that give us the love that sustains us, lifts us, and guides us on a daily basis. You know, in the gay community, the LGBTQIA plus community, especially among drag queens, we hear the term mother, my mother, RuPaul, many shout outs to him for making, a lot of the drag queens and the LGBTQ and transgender more approachable, a subject that is now in mainstream. Many thanks to Drag Race, many thanks to the ones that came prior to them, all the drag queens in the world out there that do the Sunday brunches and the weekly brunches to expose not only entertainment, not only to entertain, but also expose many other people that may not be open on their own to understanding this wonderful community that we're a part of. And so the term mother in drag, drag queens is when a older drag queen will take underneath her younger drag queens or people that are just starting out in their drag career and teach them the ways of being a drag queen, being a drag performer, being a drag lady, how to entertain, what that means also, not just on an entertaining level, but on a spiritual level, how to love yourself, embrace yourself, to hold your head up high, what it means to entertain the world, to have a spirit of joy, a spirit of, engaging the audience and lifting them and bringing them on a journey. Many times it goes beyond entertainment. It goes into actually nurturing these young people into their loving their identity and who they are. And, many people that start off drags go into transgender and go on to realizing that they are a woman. And not all drag performers are transgenders. There's definitely a variation of it all. That's what's so beautiful about this community. We're all on a different spectrum, a different variation. And a shout out to those that are mothers in the community, because when we think of mother, we think of someone that is nurturing, that is kind, that is unconditionally loving. And many gay men didn't receive that. Many lesbian women and people that are on the spectrum, the rainbow spectrum, didn't receive that nurturing, unconditional love from their mother, their father, their grandparents, when they were bold enough to be truthful about who they were, and they begin to share their identity, their full identity, instead of having open arms of appreciation and understanding and acceptance. They received the coldness, rejection, and the being outcast from their family. There's probably no greater hurt than the hurt of being rejected by your mother. I would think the most important relationship in the world is the relationship with your mother. And the reason I say that is because that is the life you were in those first 9 months. You were one body. You were one. And so, in a sense, when your mother rejects you, there's such a hatred, there's like a self-hate that you feel towards yourself because of that forming together as one. And now the mother rejecting you is almost, in a sense, you can't accept yourself. And that's why there's a lot of hurt within this community. But thankfully, maybe not biological mothers, but many, many mothers of both genders, men and women, have stood in the gap. They have stepped up, stood in, and been the role of the mother, not just in the drag queen arena, but in all of the rainbow spectrum. Other people that have walked this path of identity, embracing your identity, embracing who you are, and celebrating, not only tolerating. Who wants to be tolerated? All of us want, on a deep level, to be celebrated for who we are. And so older gays and lesbians and bisexuals who have become our surrogate mother, they stood there and give us love and wisdom and guidance. On this Mother's Day, we say shout out to you. Thank you for loving us unconditionally, being a role model, being a light, being a support system, sharing with us in our triumphs and in our tragedies. We really are a better community when we are nurturing one another, loving one another unconditionally. You know, sometimes I have to remember that even those that are hating themselves, gays that are in the closet, that are doing so much damage to the community, I have to realize that at some point they are going to have to love themselves enough to come out. And then hopefully there will be others in the community that will forgive their trespass of hate and welcome them with warm arms so they can begin to nurture them to life, love them back to life, even though they tried to cause death, a lot of these in their legislation and in their ultra-right religion, where a lot of times when they're embracing the ultra-right religion of hate that says you're going to hell because you're gay or you're lesbian, they're just trying to be accepted. They're just trying to make themselves right because they know that they're not that way. They're not straight. They're not just going to fit the mold of what society says. And so there's a lot of self-hatred. If you're hiding who you are, I want to tell you that we love you. And we want you to love yourself, and God loves you, Spirit loves you, and that you will have family. You know, one of the things that we have in the LGBTQIA plus community is this thing called forever family. Forever family. What does that term, forever family? We know the term mother in the gay community is someone that takes on the mentorship of guiding and loving others unconditionally like a mother would. But forever family is also our friends in the community that we choose to be our brothers and sisters. You didn't have a choice on the family that you were born in. Well, maybe you did. Maybe you're so signed up to be the black sheep or the pink sheep of your family so you could bring about a higher consciousness in this world through the things that you are living through and sharing. But in all practical matters, you didn't get a say-so in who your biological family is. And the rainbow family says you can choose your brothers and sisters that are your friends, that are closer to you than your biological family. You can choose fathers and mothers that are guidance and mentors that maybe you never got from your own biological parents. I want to encourage you on this Mother's Day. Can you be a mother to someone, a father to someone, a brother to someone, a sister to someone? Can you be an unconditionally supportive and loving vibration on this planet for younger gays and lesbians and bisexuals and asexuals and all these people that don't fit the mold of society? Can you be the rainbow flag? Can you say diversity is welcome on this planet and I'll support you in your diversity? Can you share your wisdom? Can you share your mistakes? Can you say, hey, let me share some of the things I did in my 20s that now in my 40s I wish I didn't do? Even though it made me and it shaped me, if I could spare you some pain, if I can give you some guidance, oh, let me do that. You know, I want the Raising Rainbow to be a channel where we can share our mistakes, not in condemnation, but that we can raise one another up. We can learn from each other's experience and empower each other on the journey. I want younger gays to have a greater opportunity than I had. And I appreciate the older gays that paved the way for this channel to be here, for us to exist, for us to not only exist, but to thrive in this world. You know, sometimes the older gay people can almost have an envious towards younger gays when they see how they can have boyfriends and girlfriends. You know, lesbians can have girlfriends in school and boyfriends, homosexuals, boyfriends in school, and they can hold hands in public. And there's this sense of being so thankful for the younger generation to have that, but there can also be a sense of envy. The fact that many of the older gays never had the opportunity to have a normal relationship with the person they love. So much stress and hatred, so much opportunity wasted, life wasted, love almost feeling wasted because of what their mothers and fathers and the people in power did to them. Older gays and lesbians, don't allow your envy to make you feel like you've lost your love. We're not alive forever, whether you're 80, 90s, 96. Take the years that you have right now and embrace that love openly and embrace that love fully. Not being envious of those that are having it sooner, but being thankful, being grateful that you got to see with your eyes what those coming behind you are going to be able to embrace. And you can embrace right now. You know, I have some people that are older gays that feel like it's too late for me. It's too late. It's never too late to be in love. It's never too late to be close to people and be vulnerable and be open, be who you are. It's never too late to come out. You know, I always tell older gay men that are in the closet, the most manly thing you can do is to embrace your authentic truth. The most womanly thing you can do is to embrace your authentic truth. And on Raising Rainbow, you are safe to be who you are. Your love should be celebrated. And so I encourage you today to find someone that you can mentor, someone that you can share, not just about dating, but we need a lot of dating advice. You know, some people say, well, you know, gay men, they don't know how to have a committed monogamous relationship. That's a lie. I know a lot of gay couples that have been together 30, 40, 50 years. One of my best friends has been with the same man for 30 years faithfully. Now, they've been married legally 7 years, 6 years, whatever it's been, but they've been truly together for 30 plus years. And so what society has not seen is examples of it because we had to hide it. You no longer have to hide, but also, if there are older gay people that are living, 40-year-olds living like you're a 20-year-old, is because they didn't get the opportunity to be in their teens. There's something about the natural order of being in a relationship in your teenage years and learning how to be in love. Well, if someone's just coming out in their 40s and now are in a relationship, you don't get to bypass the learning experience. You still have to learn it. You may be wiser in your finances and your careers, but you're still having to learn what it is to be in a relationship, a romantic relationship. And so give yourself a break if it doesn't look as mature as your Connor straight parts, because you didn't have that model in front of you. But it is being modeled today, and you can learn from it and give yourself time to enjoy it. And so I would even say to the younger gays, can you be a brother or a sister, an ally to someone else that may be feeling more awkward in this community? Can you welcome people into this community? Can you be an example of what this community stands for? And this community stands for what this flag stands for. Red stands for passion. We're passionate about love and passionate about going after our dreams and goals. Orange stands for healing. We're passionate about being a safe space where people can heal the wounds of the rejection of their family. We're also about new thought. Yellow's new thought. It's a new day. The sun is rising. It's a new day in this community. You're no longer defined by your sexuality. Your sexuality is no longer a hindrance. No, it's a new day to be fully yourself. There's many CEOs that are gay and lesbian and bisexuals, and there's many entrepreneurs that are asexual and queer. And then we got that green prosperity. There's a lot of rich gays. I wish some of you rich gays would support the channels and send the love my way. I'll appreciate that gay money. And then I would say, take your gay money and your bisexual money and your lesbian money and put it into the community. Support rainbow businesses. Support them. And then we got that blue for peace. Peace comes because we know that we love ourselves and that there is love in this community. And purple was spirit. And spirit, I talked about, is inside of us. We are never separated from God, for God is everywhere at all times. Even if we may feel like he's not there, he's there. We just have to recognize that presence by becoming still and peaceful within ourselves, loving within ourselves, kind within ourselves. Take the anxiety, take the fear, and give yourself 5 minutes of feeling love towards yourself, and you'll feel the presence of spirit come and manifest more of that love and that peace and that joy in your life. Now, for all those parents out there, biological parents that stood by your children, spirit bless you. The community blesses you. Allies, we need you. Our straight friends, heterosexual brothers and sisters, people out there that don't identify as personally having a different type of sexuality or orientation or identity, but you support the freedom for all to thrive and be who they are. You know, America was about patriotism. It was about the freedom to be yourself. But now we're living in 2022 that so many are saying you can only be free if you believe like I do. And if you don't believe like them, then they say you're harassing them and that you're attacking them and that you're taking away their freedom. Someone not living the way you like is not denying you your freedom. Let me say that again. America is not about making everyone a white Christian. It's not. Maybe you think that's what God intended, but he didn't. And not even our forefathers didn't. When they say, oh, this is a Christian nation, no, most of the forefathers did not identify as Christian. Look it up. Look at history. Not the history you're being taught in school, but real history. A lot of them were, several of them were Taoists, believing that God steps out and it's just through nature that we experience God. I'm stopping for a second to let that sink in. That just because someone does not live like you want, that you think they should live, doesn't mean that your freedom is being denied. Thankful for those that can allow others to have freedom, even if they don't believe in the choices they're making. But even more thankful for our allies that support our choices to be ourselves. Thank you for the mothers that have stood by their sons. There's a special relationship between gay boys and their mothers. If a mother will accept her gay son, there is a bond there that is very powerful. Some people say, well, did the mother, did parents make someone gay? Is it environmental? Is it nature? What's it matter? What does it matter? You're gay. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how you're gay, whether God created. See, what happened is we used to have that argument. Well, God created me, so you have to accept me. Listen. We live in a free land. We don't have to give justification on why you want to sleep with a man or why you want to sleep with a woman. You don't have to say God made me that way or no, this is how my parents brought me up and I came from, mom was domineering and dad was No. You're trying to find reasons for something you don't need a reason for. We live in the land of the free to enjoy our experiences as we see fit. So thankful for those true freedom fighters or true patriots that realize that equality is only equality when everyone is allowed to live their life as they see fit. As they see fit. As long as you're not harming children, as long as you're not raping and killing and murdering, everyone has the right to exist. That's why we're on this planet. We're each an expression of God. But a special shout out to all the mothers out there. Whether you're two dads that are raising your children and you play that role, father and mother. Well, wait a minute. They're not. Yes, we all have roles. I have a nurturing side. I got a masculine side and a feminine side. Two mothers on Father's Day, lesbians, they can celebrate Father's Day. They're showing masculine traits as well as feminine traits to their boys and daughters. For all the different genders out there on this Mother's Day that says, I choose to be nurturing and kind and gentle and raising up children. All children. I like what, they said many years ago. Hillary Clinton said it takes a village to raise a child. We need a village of love, a village of kindness, a village of everyone, whether they're my biological children or not. Children need to see our love. They need to see our support and our kindness. So today I say, go out there and make someone's day. Make a child's day. Go buy them a gift. You see a single mother, they could use support. Go out there and get her some groceries. Spread the rainbow. Spread joy and kindness on this special Mother's Day as we recognize all the mothers, whether biological or not, that have shared their love. And you biological mothers, it's never too late to embrace your child fully. That is the greatest gift you can give your child, is to embrace them fully for who they are. Not what you expected them to be, but for who they are. That love is the love that heals, that guides, and that is unbreakable. Happy Mother's Day, everyone, and remember to raise the rainbow.